This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
The life cycle of the newspaper is split into several phases. First, each paper is made of wood, the main raw material for producing printed papers. The newspapers are specifically made of fresh fibers received from spruce trees that grow in forests in Germany, Sweden, and Canada. Second, wood pulp is also necessary for manufacturing because it is an important substance for yellowing newspapers. Third, the chemical pulp contains cellulose extracted from wood and bleached. Part of the raw materials involved in the production derives from vegetable matter, recycled newspaper, and cloth. The use of pine trees is also frequent because it contributes to the strength of the paper. A certain percentage of newspapers' materials involve the wood pulp from the sawmill and recycled paper. Newspaper manufacturers heavily use the latter to handle the issue of environmental protection and deforestation. The trees used in the production of paper industry are called softwood. Linen and cotton rags are also used for producing a newspaper with strong cardstock. Newspapers are usually printed using mineral oil ink. Because newsprint does not include heating, there is the time needed for drying the ink, which is absorbed by the paper's inner fibers and remains throughout the entire life cycle of the paper. Inks are composed of four major elements: resins, pigments, solvents, and additives. The black pigment derives from carbon black, a binder composed of oil and resin, and a variety of additives, including drying and chelating agents. Resins bind other ink components and form a film for binding the ink and the paper. The substance can be composed of cellulose derivatives and such chemical substances as males, alkyds, phenolics, and formaldehyde. Cyclized rubber and chlorinated rubber are two major types used in printing production. Further, solvents are applied in the ink production to keep the liquid from the printed surface. Volatile solvents include such compositions as ethyl acetate, isopropanol, and methylated spirits. Finally, additives are necessary to alter the properties of the ink. They include cyclohexanone, aromatic distillates, butoxyethanol, methoxypropanol acetate, and butyrolactone. Aside from wood pulp, fresh fibers, recycled newspapers, and ink, electricity and transportation means belong to the list of raw materials. These raw products are used particularly in recycling and waste management. For instance, to recycle newspapers, such elements as recycled fiber and fresh fiber as a part of the recovered paper are substantial for producing the paper. Transportation of wood, paper fiber, and ink is also necessary to deliver the raw material to the manufacturing plant. Therefore, the producers should take care of a sufficient supply of gas for transport. Electricity is required at various stages of paper production, from wood processing to ink printing. This raw material should not be underestimated while evaluating production costs. In particular, the energy input is also used in the chemical and mechanical process of producing ink and paper separately. Finally, the use of transportation gas and electricity is also used for proper waste management. About the above present components of newspaper production, it should be concluded that this process is very sophisticated because it is composed of central and periphery raw materials. The central one includes wood, which is necessary for producing paper, and black carbon for producing ink. The periphery materials involve gas and electricity that are vital for transporting wood and processing raw substances. If you want to find more works like this essay on raw materials for newspaper manufacturing, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.